Hi, welcome to the Eastern AccelCity curriculum session entitled B2B Bridge Building, Navigating the Valley of Opportunity. This session will be with Jan Rodenbach, a marketing strategist and consultant at QBEAccelCity. Enjoy the session.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jan Rodenbach. I'm from a company called QBEAccelCity. We specialize in business-to-business marketing and other marketing services. We also have some B2C clients. I'll just give you a brief introduction to myself and my background. When I was in my early 20s, I started a software business with a few other people, and we developed software which eventually became a complete ERP system. At the time, we had about 80 clients eventually, and we had companies like Reebok International, Puma, a lot of footwear and clothing clients. And yeah, it was demanding. Just while I was running that business, I also started a Future Kids franchise, and I bought a franchise territory, and that's where I learned more about marketing. I was franchisee of the year for 3 years. I was on the marketing fund committee working closely with the CEO. I was like a sponge. I just wanted to learn, okay? And I had a lot of fun. It was stressful, but it was a lot of fun. And I wish I'd learned more about marketing with my first business, because it would have been probably much more successful. Marketing is so, so important. But what I want to share with you today is a system that I refer to as organic B2B marketing outreach. And this is organic as opposed to running adverts. We're not talking about things like Google ads or Facebook ads today, or even LinkedIn ads. We're talking about organic B2B marketing. And the first thing I want to cover is who it's for and who it's not ideally for, okay? So this is ideally for someone or a business that's selling a high value product or service, or who every customer has a high lifetime value. In other words, that customer buys regularly again and again. You find the customer once and they keep buying from you. That's the ideal situation that I'm going to be talking about today. And who it's not ideal for this methodology is if you need a high volume of leads or a high or a low transaction value per transaction. So you need to sell lots of stuff, maybe paper. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about large quantities of paper to one customer, which what I'm talking about is ideal for. I'm talking about like if a customer is buying 1 ream of paper from you every 6 months, this is not ideal, okay? So, and what's great about this is that it's a low cost way of doing it to get started, and low risk. The tools you will need, we're going to talk about LinkedIn, and you would need to have a LinkedIn profile, a LinkedIn account, and preferably Sales Navigator, which is the paid LinkedIn version. It's about, including GST, about $129 a month, okay? You will also need an email marketing system or CRM. I'm not going to go into what specific systems. If you want to learn more, if you want some advice on that, you're welcome to contact me. I'm leaving my contact details, but there are systems we use that we can recommend to you. But you need an email marketing system, or a CRM. And if you want to do cold email outreach, you will also need a cold email marketing system. Right, so let's get into it. We're talking about B2B account-based marketing. What I mean by account-based means that there are specific companies or organizations that you would ideally target. So it starts with targeting, and here we want to identify the exact type of company or type of organization that you want to go after. What are their size? Are they government? Are they schools? Are they non-profits? Are they medium-sized businesses? Are they enterprise, large corporations? So you need to identify who that you specifically want to target and even list them, or do a search on LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find them. Then you want to identify the exact role players that you want to target, because the process we're going to use, LinkedIn, it is so powerful, and it's so powerful that you can find who the decision maker is in whatever company, and you can send them a message directly. So who are the decision makers? And then also, who are the decision influencers? Because especially in a larger organization, sometimes you have a decision maker, but they're not very close to the coalface. They might make the decision, but somebody else who is actually got the problem is the one that is going to influence the decision maker and nag them. And that's the one, that's your champion that you want to identify within an organization. Sometimes in a smaller company, you would just sell directly to the CEO or the business owner. But it depends on your situation. You need to analyze that and figure out who's going to influence the decision and who's going to make the decision. You've got to talk to all of them. And then another powerful aspect that you can consider is referral partners. Who else is actually selling to those same customers that you are wanting, but that do not compete with you? You know, perhaps there are accountants, there's lawyers, perhaps, you know, there's in certain industries, maybe there are other suppliers that supply other products to the same customers, and you can network with them and find them on LinkedIn and reach out to them. Go and have a cup of coffee with them, become friends with them, and help them so that they will help you, okay? That's a very low-cost way of really getting introduced to your customers. Then that all flows into LinkedIn, and here the first thing we need to do on LinkedIn is position you. You want to position yourself using things like content posts, okay? Now, content, I want to make it clear, content does not necessarily bring you leads and customers, okay? What it does do, though, is, well, let me first say what you should not do on LinkedIn, okay? Don't be the guy that sends a connection request to somebody, or even sends a big sales pitch to them in the connection request. The minute they connect, you send them a big proposal or whatever with 10 pages and your company profile and all of that. That really, really does not work. Okay. What if you have a different approach where, think about it like you network with people in the real world, not online, not in the digital world. You don't go up to a networking event and give someone your business card immediately. You first find out about them and, see if there's some way that there's some connection. Okay. It's the same on LinkedIn. You want to show yourself off as someone that knows what you are talking about. And the way to do that is to post regularly. Now, that could be a challenge for a lot of people, but the easiest way to do this, and it really is not that difficult, if you post at least once a week, that would be great. And all you have to do is find an article that will resonate with your audience or your target audience. Find an article and write your spin on it. Not rewriting the whole article, you just write a short introduction, what you found useful out of it, or what you disagree with. Okay, and you post that with a link to the article. That's very simple, and it'll take you 10 minutes a week. Even if it was 15 minutes a week, it would be well worth it. Okay. What does content posts do? The powerful thing on LinkedIn is, even if people don't necessarily read those posts, and that doesn't mean that you must post rubbish. When anybody connects to you, they will keep getting notifications every time you do a post. So it's like a subconscious thing. They keep hearing about your name, or they keep seeing your name. Okay. And that frames to people to be more positive when you eventually reach out to them. Okay. The next thing is to build a powerful network while you're doing these content posts to the targeting that we talked about in step 1. You reach out to those people, send them a nice connection request, connect with them, endorse some skills. If you get a notification that it's their birthday or it's another year at wherever they work, congratulate them, build a relationship. And eventually you can leave it for maybe a week. You would send them what we term a soft sell message. And this message will go into more detail on the next slide about messaging. But it's basically a short message where you highlight a pain or a problem that you think they might be experiencing, and you suggest you have a call or a meeting off of LinkedIn. Okay. It's important that those messages are short and to the point, and what's in it for them, not what's in it for you. Okay. You can also leverage your existing network. If you have got a good network already on LinkedIn, you can also send them messages about what you are doing. So the outcome of all this is that you are building a very powerful network that you can tap in again and again and again. You are seen as an influencer, and you become top of mind, and it generates leads that you then can close and generate sales and customers. Okay. That then flows into a CRM. Okay. Now it could be an email marketing system or a CRM. But what you want to do is, not everybody that you reach out to connect to on LinkedIn is going to accept it. In fact, the more personalized your message is, the higher the percentage will be. However, there would be at least half of the people that you reach out to that will not connect to you. And those you can send cold emails. Okay. So a cold email outreach campaign, you would send them similar messages as you do on LinkedIn, and try and encourage them to have a meeting with you. Okay. At the same time, all those people that you do connect to and all the leads, you want to add to your CRM or email marketing system, and you want to send them educational emails or case studies or examples of how you've solved problems for other people. That becomes very powerful, because I think one of the things that people forget is that at any time, 97% of people are not ready to buy, okay? Right now. You're ready to sell, but they're not ready to buy for whatever reason. Timing might be wrong, budget might not be there. The problem is not as big as they thought it is, or whatever. So you want to be top of mind so that when it becomes time, you are there to help them. And this is the whole point of building this network and building and sending people educational emails on an ongoing basis. Okay. So that is B2B account-based marketing in a nutshell. So things to consider is content. Now, as I mentioned, content could be difficult for some people. Some people naturally are good at writing all the time. Most people are not. So content can take the form of short videos, if you're comfortable with that, finding articles and writing your introduction to them, using AI tools, and there are so many tools at the moment to actually find what's topical that's for your target audience, and then asking the tool to write a post for you. That doesn't take a lot of time. So, but content is really important. For educational emails, there you want to write a little bit longer form. And again, you can find tools that can assist you with that. Okay. One important aspect to consider when you're sending educational emails and cold emails, especially cold emails, is to protect your normal email domain. Because if a lot of people complain, your domain will get listed, blacklisted, and emails won't go to people's inbox. They'll go directly to spam. And you would have been wasting all that effort. Okay, so my suggestion there is that you purchase additional domains specifically just to send educational emails, and another one to send cold emails. There are also tools you can use to warm these up, and that is a tool that actually takes about 30 days. And a whole lot of people send one another emails through this tool, and it organically starts warming up. And when you start, you need to send only like 20 a day, and then you can gradually build up to 200 emails a day. But again, and this is important with the next item, which is the messaging. There's no point in sending hundreds of emails a day if they're all generic. Okay. If you take the time to personalize your messages, you will be far, far, far more successful. You will annoy less people, and you will have a much better response. What I mean by personalizing it, I'm not talking about saying, "Dear John," the name, okay, or even "Dear John at Acme Company." I'm talking about more personalization, like going and looking at their website and looking at their profile on LinkedIn and finding something that you can connect on. It could be that they won an award or something, but also don't be too flattery, because people just read through the BS immediately. Okay. Just be to the point and say, hey, I noticed that you do such and such at that company. And I thought, having worked with people in this, here are some ideas I can share, right? That comes across as a very personal message, be it by cold email or on LinkedIn. And you will get a far, far, far better response from them. And remember, in your messaging, what's in it for them, okay? Not what's in it for you. It's not about what you do. It's about what you can do for them that's going to solve their problem that's keeping them awake at night. Okay. So that is what I have for you today. If you want to get in touch, you're welcome to. Even if you want to find out more about those tools, I'm happy to just refer you to them. They don't cost a lot of money, and I don't make any money out of them. But also happy if you want to bounce some ideas off me. Thank you very much.